Welcome back, folks. This is the Porn Stars Are People podcast. I'm here with Vanessa Scott. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
What's going on? We're in LA.
We are.
You live here?
Yes, I moved here about a month ago.
This is your life now?
My life now is LA.
This is a very cool apartment. I haven't seen a ton of LA apartments, but this has a New York feel to it. I kind of like what it is.
That's
right?
what I said. I swear the second I got in here.
Yeah,
it has
okay.
like a nice New York apartment.
So I'm not crazy. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. Can you explain Can you explain anything to me about LA yet?
About LA, there's a lot of highways and they all go northeast, southwest.
Yeah.
There's like, it's so complicated. I have no idea where I'm going ever.
Let me ask you this. Why did there's a gas station 1 mile from here that's charging $4.55 and nobody's getting gas there. Now, so the normal range, I would say, for a human place is like within 80 cents. And so sometimes there's like a place that's like charging like 80 cents more than the other place, and then and then sometimes you get stuck and you have to do that. But the range here is like $2.50.
No,
I don't understand.
Sometimes I'll see a gas station right next to each other and one's charging like
one's
$3.20
and the other one's $4, and I'm like, how is anybody going to the gas station for $4.20?
But they are.
How are they doing business? I don't understand. I'm so confused.
I've seen that actually though.
So I'm in a tricky balancing act right now because I rented a car. I prepaid the gas thing, and not that I'm a cheap piece of shit, but I really like to like when you prepay the gas, because I prepaid the gas at like $2.50 in Vegas, and I drove it here, and so there's just something great about like getting it to the very, very empty tank. But I need to fill. I'm on the gas line now, so I need to fill up, and now I need to gauge how much driving I'm gonna do tomorrow. So that I can bring this motherfucker back with nothing. I mean, I want, and it's got the range. It's
just like to kind of like, it's like a jab. It's like motherfucker.
No. They told me to bring it back empty, and because I mean, they want to keep a couple extra bucks in the tank, but I want to bring it back. I want it to say like 0.5 miles when I bring it back. Like
keep driving.
Yeah, like I want to roll in neutral. You know what I mean? And just like and roll over the thing. And if the guy like stops me to like check the car, I'm like, I'm gonna slam it into the parking spot because I can't. That's how close I want to be.
Gas is expensive here, though.
I don't care about I just want to be. I
feel like it's just as bad as New York City, though.
I don't think it's $4.50 in New York. I think it's lunacy.
I feel like everything's fucking expensive in New York City, though.
But I was in Vegas, so now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna feel better about everything.
Vegas isn't too bad.
No, I paid $6 for coffee.
Oh, really?
$6 for coffee every day in Vegas. Yeah. No, in New York, because of competition. There are, I don't know why I just took my shoes off, but I just got really comfortable.
Make yourself at home.
So you can get flowers, sushi, dry cleaning, and gas, all cheaper.
That's the thing with New York City. The only thing that's honestly really fucking expensive in New York City is like rent.
Yeah.
After that, like you can get food super cheap at like the bodega and stuff like that.
Yeah. Especially if you know the bodega guy.
Yeah, if you know the bodega guy. You can get like that good.
We're getting an echo. Let's keep you right in here.
Let's keep it right here.
Let's make you make out with the mic. Cool. It's only been porn stars on the thing, so you guys, and we know that you guys are tested, so you should be good. It should be no problems.
We are tested.
There should be no problems.
Fuck, I have to get tested tomorrow.
You got to bring your report card in.
I know.
All right, so what's going on? So you're here. You said you're going. You said I can talk about anything.
You can talk about
sometimes
anything.
People don't want to talk about. So you said you're going to Dallas.
Yeah.
What happens in Dallas?
In Dallas, I'm Hispanic, so there's a
Sorry, I don't know why that. In Dallas, I'm Hispanic. When I'm in LA.
When I'm in LA, I'm not. No,
I'm something else. But when I get to Dallas,
I'm Hispanic. So whenever someone turns 15, we have the quinceañera.
The quinceañera.
Exactly.
I saw a movie that had that in it. Yeah.
And so it's kind of like a bat mitzvah for Spanish people. It's like a big deal.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, she's having
a sweet 16.
Or like a sweet 16. Yeah. And she's having hers, so I have to go and.
Who's she? You didn't.
My cousin.
Okay,
my cousin.
You didn't say who it was.
So I have.
There's somebody.
Yeah, we're all flying out.
Everyone. I'm Hispanic, so everybody who has one in Dallas, they call me.
So she's having it tomorrow night.
So you're from Dallas?
No, I was born and raised. I was born in South Dakota.
Oh, what?
My dad was in the Air Force.
Oh shit!
I lived there for like 8 months.
What's
I think.
the Air Force base in South Dakota?
I think it's in Rapid City.
Wow. So you were there how long?
Like 8 months.
Okay.
And then I came to Miami. No recollection, like none. And I've never been back. But yeah, and then I moved to Miami and I was kind of born and raised there, and I spent the last year and a half in New York City.
I don't know. You asked it a question. I don't know. Is that true? It's my first time meeting you. I don't
It
know.
was like a year. I'm trying to think because I feel like I've moved around a lot recently. But yeah, it was like a year.
Where? And you said you were in South Harlem.
That's what they call it now. They
Soho.
call it Soha.
Yeah. Soha, right.
Soha.
Soha.
South Harlem.
Yes.
Yeah, it was right above Central Park.
Anything below 125th is Soha. And then there's Spanish Harlem, which is
and then there's Spanish
on the
Harlem
east
with all the
side.
Dominicans doing really great hair.
Is that what happens over there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's what happens in Spanish
do
Harlem. They
great
do
hair?
great hair.
Oh, shit. I was, somebody, somebody had their hair braided, and I was trying to figure out, and then I realized people braid their hair in the Caribbean because it's just so humid that they don't want to fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
They just because down here is dry, right? Like the thing about LA and Vegas is it's dry. So
It's
somebody's
super
comment
dry.
was that you do your hair in LA and it'll stay.
Yeah.
It's good to go.
It's dry. That's why at nighttime I feel like it gets so cold here. So it's only hot because the sun's out.
Yeah, I brought some bad weather here. I apologize.
Yeah, you did.
It was 90 all last week. I was in Vegas. It was
really
68 in Vegas, and then I got here.
68?
And it was 68 in Vegas, and
It's
then now it's 90
May.
in Vegas, and then now it's 68 here. I fucked up. I
Yeah.
brought Syracuse weather.
That's where you're from? Oh, I saw that
I
on your
apologize.
website actually.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't pronounce it.
Syracuse.
Syracuse?
One of the easiest. Yeah.
Oh.
I was actually born in Schenectady. If you want to have a fucking pronunciation problem.
What?
Schenectady. Yeah.
Schenectady?
Mhm.
That
And
sounds like
And the
a
last name's
surgery.
Frigolette. I got a lot going on. So yeah. Okay. So you're brand new.
I am. I signed with my agency a day after my 21st birthday.
No,
so
and so
March 25th.
So that's right now.
That's
Oh,
That's
fuck.
like right now.
A
That's,
couple people.
that's like a couple months
couple
ago.
people just creamed themselves. So I'm trying to figure out. So now everybody generally is like pretty new. Like I've met some of the veteran people here and there, but like it's even people that I thought were like in this thing for like a long time.
Mhm.
They're like, oh, I've been in LA for 8 months. And
Maybe
you're
only
like, fuck.
newbies want to do your podcast.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's a quality cast, okay? It's the only podcast. It's the only podcast where I don't ask you what your fantasy is and make you describe banging a dude. So give me a small amount of. But no, but no, you're right. I have no podcast street cred. It's fine. Whatever. You just joined the industry 15 minutes ago. You're fine. I shouldn't be interviewing you. So
I'm honored that you're podcasting me.
so thank you for doing this. But oh shit! Did both of them stop? Hold on, this one stopped. Hold on, this one stopped, and then my ear jumps, and then the ears went away on this one. Hold on, let me make sure we're still recording. This says we're still recording, but my ear thing isn't working. So okay, we're back. Just shitty
Testing,
headphones. Okay, we're
testing.
good. We're back. We never left.
We never left.
I'm a professional.
It's a great podcast.
We were just talking about how shitty the podcast was, and then I fucked it up.
No,
So.
this is a great podcast.
That's going great. Okay, so you're 5 minutes into the industry,
Mhm.
was my point. And then, so honestly, what comes with that? Like, what do you, how do you know for sure that you're like, this is like what you want to do?
I mean, I definitely had like an anxiety attack like a week after I moved here.
No
And
shit.
I was like, what the fuck am I doing? But every time I'm on set, I'm like the happiest.
Oh.
And I'm always so energetic, like on set
Yeah.
and after set. And I was like, this is actually something that I love doing.
So that I can write as a comedian, like the whole, it sucks. Like
Mhm.
it basically sucks when you first start, but you have to love it. And people quit a ton. And that's what I feel like happens in porn is basically just staying in it.
Yeah, it's hard not to get discouraged, honestly, because I mean, you have to treat this like any other business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like my coworkers are my competition because I don't see it like that at all. I love my coworkers and I love the other girls in my agency and, even girls that aren't in my agency. But it is like, you have to hustle and it's like, it's like this just mentality of I'm my own boss and I have to fucking make it.
Yeah.
So.
So how do you, how do you figure out, like, I don't know, it's like, it's all branding kind of.
Yeah, it is really how you like kind of brand yourself and put yourself out there. And one thing I suck at is social media, just because I'm already on my phone so much. So I'm really bad at like branding myself that way.
So that should be easy. Have you done the thing? No, the thing that people made the mistake of is they have like 9 different names.
No, I have the same name for everything
Same
except
name
for
everything.
Instagram because I don't think Instagram lets you put XXX.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think they do. I'm not
Oh.
100%, but mine on Instagram is just Vanessa Sky X.
Okay.
And then on anything else, I'm Vanessa Sky XXX.
Okay. So okay, wait. So we'll skip ahead to where we're following you. Vanessa Sky
Triple X on Twitter and Snapchat,
or
and then
Vanessa
on Instagram.
Sky single X.
Vanessa Sky X.
Single X on the Instagram. Sorry, my voice is gone.
You're good.
Okay, so what else? What are you into? What are you like? What are you obsessed with? What do you do on the daily?
On the daily?
Or like
I'm kind of boring in LA because I feel like I don't know. I just got a car.
Okay,
which was really exciting.
What'd you go
I
with?
got a 2015 little Beetle, like a buggy.
Okay,
it's red,
interesting.
And I love it. And so now I'm finally like getting out of the house and like doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like I went to Santa Monica today. I was near you. I went to Santa Monica.
Yep.
And it was really pretty. I hung out there.
It's cool. It is cool there, yeah.
What I really do every day is I miss playing piano. I had my lovely piano at home. And in New York City, I had like this really nice keyboard, and I miss playing.
What do you? Okay, so like, what level are we talking?
Like I've been playing since I was 5.
Like you'll blow my mind.
I will blow your fucking mind with my piano skills.
You don't
Everyone falls in love with me when I play piano because they don't expect it. They don't expect me to like.
That's your hidden talent?
Have like a talent or like be good at anything else.
There's no, I've never seen a porn where somebody plays the piano.
Kimmy Granger.
It happened?
Kimmy Granger has one where she is sucking someone's dick and she is playing
while she's playing
piano. And I was like so pissed because I kind of wanted to be the first person to do that.
Oh, that's
crazy.
But
I think she's amazing. So
well, okay, you gotta do one where you recreate the scene from Pretty Woman. That's what comes down to.
Or where they have sex on the piano?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like
you should have sex inside the piano.
Inside?
Yeah, you gotta brand yourself in this It's fine.
I would feel so guilty, but I would so do that.
You gotta brand yourself in this industry. You're like, I'm the girl who
fucked in a piano once.
Inside the piano. Yeah.
Inside. I like that.
Yeah, or at least you're inside tuning it and you're getting railed from behind. I think that's the move.
I like that.
That's
like his knees are on the keys.
Yo, I should be a porn producer, honestly.
You should totally direct.
So, somebody was telling me this, and I don't know how much you've experienced this. I guess there's a lot of like not standing in, but like people don't show up, and I've seen this a lot. Like I scheduled probably 19, 20 appointments out here. Mm-hmm. I got 15 of them done because people just don't show up.
That was my shoot on Tuesday.
So like I just feel like there's like a sound guy that just gets to fuck somebody because he was just there at the right time. Like, is that a realistic? Have you ever witnessed that?
No,
I know it's
I don't
happening.
What do you mean?
Like there's not like somebody doesn't show up, and then whoever's just standing around has to get in the video because everybody
like you mean like a male talent,
whoever, male or female.
Yeah, I feel like there's not that many female like camera crew.
Yeah, well,
I haven't worked with
that's most likely true. Because dude who's holding the fucking boom, it just wants to be in front of the camera.
I don't know if that's happened. Like a stand-in penis.
Yeah, or a stunt cock.
Like a stunt cock.
Yeah, stunt cock, as they like to say.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's called a stunt cock.
Cock. I mean, they'd have to be tested, but I feel like that would be dope.
Oh, that's funny. He just has his test. Like the sound
he's just
guy
like, I'm ready. Like here.
He's like, oh, weird thing.
Weird thing.
I just carry it. It's in my wallet. You know.
I carry out my test.
He carries it. He carries his test around his wallet like dudes carry condoms around.
Yeah.
I really think we should be in that type of world where just regular civilians carry around their tests with them.
I completely agree.
And then, then you get in that situation. Because what happens is in the regular world, you start by being cautious. And then you're hanging out with somebody for a while and they haven't died yet. So you just assume that everything's fine. And then eventually you just stop using condoms, and then you have that quick sort of like, hey, you're good, right? Like everything's good, like you're fine.
Yeah.
And it's not. I know it's a very flawed system.
No, I know. I completely agree. People don't get tested as often as they should. And I feel like porn stars are sometimes branded as like dirty, and like I get tested every 12 days.
I argue the opposite.
Like I always have like my test on me, like on my phone. I'm always like, I'm
is it with you? It's with you right now?
It's on my it's on my phone. I could whip it out.
I've argued the opposite where so honestly, like my interest in porn initially happened because I was doing a show a bunch of years ago, stand up New York, and somebody, and I won't mention her name, hanging out on the side. I see her go out to smoke, and I kind of stalk her out because she gave me eyes. Like I had a good performance. Yeah. I think I was in there. So I go out, we start talking. She's there with somebody else though. So we have a little moment. I think we exchange numbers, whatever. She tells me like kind of right away, oh, I used to be in the adult industry, but don't worry, like I did mostly girl on girl. Now, so in my head, I started coming up with all these things that like, oh, it's that it's And I was like, it's cleaner. It's cleaner, and it's more seamless to be with somebody that was in the industry because there's tested all the time. But this was an interesting thing. So I Googled her, and I found her stage name, all these things, and this was the weird moment. Was she didn't do any girl on girl. She was like DP interracial queen. She was like gangbang queen. Not even that. She was doing porn illegally for like the first 3 years. She started porn at 16, and then she got arrested. And we're back. We're picking up from where we left off. Major technical difficulties. The universe doesn't want you on the podcast. That's what it comes down to.
I don't know why. That makes me sad.
Anyway, so somewhere between meeting the porn star out in the streets and finding out that she is not a girl-on-girl artist, but yet an interracial, award-winning, quadruple penetrated, actually,
gangbang
artist. Whom went to prison for, what's fucked up is and I said I'm going to say the name, but now from all that information, like probably you can find the person, and it's fucked up because she works at Macy's now. I'm making it worse. Okay, so I was like, so I was in a weird situation because I was like 22, 23. So the novelty of meeting somebody at porn was like crazy, and I was like trying to figure out whether I didn't know how to like have sex with a girl. Anyway, I was 22. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know like what the rules were. But in my head, I was like, I'll just rent a van and we'll just drive around. My buddy will drive and I'll just fucking in the back of the van because I gotta get this couch in Brooklyn. Like this is what my thought process.
I have to get this couch.
Meanwhile, she was on the other end of the spectrum because she was calling me on like Easter and like trying to talk to me about family stuff. Now we never hooked up. We never dated. But it was just weird to me that she would lie about the type of porn because in my head, if I was gonna sleep with a porn star, I don't want the softcore Showtime. Like if I accept you as a person in the industry that you're in, I want you to be the like elbow deep girl. Like I want you, you know what I mean? I want you to be
elbow deep. I like that.
Yeah, I want you to fuck. I want you to I want you to get anally fisted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want somebody to wear you like a glove.
Yeah. Did you fuck her?
No, I never ended up fucking her.
Oh.
No, it was just logistical stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, Didn't happen.
But like, I see why she lied, because you guys would probably like think like we're all stretched out or some shit from like how many guys has been in us, which is all bullshit.
But these civilian girls are all stretched out already, so
exactly.
it's all the same. It's all the same shit.
It's not.
Well, I'm 34, so
you don't look it. You look great.
Oh, thank you. That's the last few relations, not necessarily relationships, but relations I've been in is women with kids. Like people my age that I relate better to. I'm finding have kids, and what's bigger than a child? Not much. So
no.
So
kids.
the pussy stays functional, I think, as most people.
I can't.
Most people know.
No kids ever.
Well, you're 21, so that's what we all say at 21.
I feel like I said I wanted 4 kids until I turned 21.
Oh, interesting.
Until I actually was like, wait a minute, I'm like only like 4 or 5 years away from actually doing it.
Yeah.
And then I backed out, and I was like, wait a minute, never mind. I changed my mind.
You were on child track? I didn't know that was a thing.
Not a child, right? No, I actually think I was. I was like, by the time I'm 25, I need to be married.
Yeah.
Have kids, be 110 pounds.
And now you joined the porn industry. So
and then I went from being a preschool teacher to
we've gone a little different direction.
A lot different direction. Every time they're like, "Oh, what'd you do before porn?" I was like, I was a preschool teacher."
I hung
out
with kids.
They're like, "You're kidding, right?"
I was like, No, so I'm finding that a bunch of people in this industry were teachers, or some kind of medical field. It's kind of
medical
kind of
field.
Yeah, a bunch of people like Nina L was a dental hygienist.
What the hell is that? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's an
Bluetoothed. Oh, I thought that was an ambulance. No, we just turned into a party. I thought it was an ambulance. Somebody just turned this whole thing into a party. Yeah. By the way, you have 42. What is it? 42 roommates? What happened?
No, I don't live here. I actually live at the model house.
Oh, so you do have 42 roommates?
No, I only live with 2 other girls right now.
Okay.
But we're not really allowed to have male guests over.
Yeah, because they're trying to control you and.
Because they act like we're not porn stars who have needs and are horny as shit.
Well, there are also there are like bordello laws.
Bordello?
Okay, so like
isn't that like a shot you give puppies?
No,
I'm
that's
thinking
That's Bordetella. Yeah, that's Bordetella. Yeah, you're so close. No, a bordello is where prostitutes lived in, well, kind of in like the turn of the century. It's not like a normal thing.
Like
it's a whorehouse.
Broth? Like what's
a brothel? Yeah.
Brothel.
So
what's broth? That's like chicken broth.
Yeah. You're on the right track with all these words, but you're off by just a few syllables. So it's a broth where the whores hang out. In New York State, which is what I know because I'm from New York State, you can't. So the reason why you can't have dudes in the sorority house is because of, now I want to say bordello, but bordello laws.
Mm-hmm.
About too many girls in a house or whatever. So it's just like an old dumb law.
Makes it like a whorehouse?
No, it's an old dumb law. So if you have this many women living in the house, you're not allowed to have men also in that place, or it has to be co-ed, or
really?
one or the other. Yeah, you can't.
That's
you can't do
both.
So women can't. So dudes can't theoretically stay over in a sorority house in New York State.
I feel like that's in every state. The frat people can have like the parties, but the sorority girls don't. Have them.
Maybe. And I think maybe for the same reason. Because there's no equality in this world. That's what it comes down to, okay?
So I can't have male guests. So I came to my friend's house, and her and two of her.
Wait, was that my
friends.
invite? Just over. So I don't know what questions to ask you being brand new.
Ask me anything. Okay, I feel like even though I'm new, I feel like I've done maybe a little under 20 scenes, and I feel like I've experienced a good amount.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out like what's the mark when you're like, no, I'm a veteran. I've done it. I've been doing it.
Right? I kind of like being new. It's like so exciting still.
Yeah.
I hope it continues to be exciting, but like every time I'm on set still, I'm just like, gotta prove myself, and I have to but it's fun.
Interesting. So I don't know. What are you gravitating? I guess I don't know. I don't generally talk about the porn stuff as much. Yeah, like what's I don't know, because how do you pick like what you want to say yes to?
Oh,
I guess.
When you first, it's so funny because when you first sign with an agency, they'll give you a paper and it's basically like everything.
It's a checklist.
Like a checklist, literally, and you check off what you're willing to do.
You know what's funny is they do that when you're an actor too. So you got to list your skills. So you're like sword swindling, like unicycle. I'm wondering how many of those things are the same. They're like you have to check in.
Yeah, you check on like double anal,
like
girl,
gymnast.
girl, boy, girl.
I've never had to fill out that sheet, but mine has it has like magician, juggler.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yours? No, mine does not ask me any other talents. They're just like what that mouth.
They don't ask if you.
They don't give a fuck about the
what that mouth do.
They don't care about any of my other talents. The song in my head
right now is this one where he says, "Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead." Yeah, what the fuck? What is this song?
I don't know, but it's funny because my girl Maddie and we were like listening to that the other day. We're like, what is this demonic song? It has like this weird demonic kind of vibe to it.
It should.
It's
really
all
my friends are dead. Because it's something about like how this girl was threatening to kill him, and he was like, "What? Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. I don't even
music
fear.
Anymore. It's so sad.
I don't fear death."
I know. I listened to that song. I was like, "What the?"
It's a good song.
It's catchy.
Shout out whoever that song is about.
Right.
So okay, what are your aspirations? Do you want to be a fleshlight girl? Like what do people? Like what do people
I would
want?
love to be a fleshlight. I got into the industry because of this wonderful woman, Asa Akira. You've probably heard of her.
Yeah, I thought it was Asa. I never know. You got to read it. Yeah, no.
She has 2 books out.
You got to link us up. She was on my good friend of mine's podcast. She's great.
Who's your friend?
The guys we fucked. Corinne and Christina.
Oh,
Shout out Corinne and Christina.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's on a lot of podcasts. I think she does one now in New York City.
Nice.
She's on Barstool Sports.
Well,
now.
let's connect.
But
so wait, how did you meet her and what happened?
She wrote 2 books.
Yes.
Called Insatiable and Dirty 30.
Okay.
And she spoke very highly actually of the industry.
Yeah.
And just like she just said great things about it and how much she loved it, and it was always something I kind of pondered.
Yeah.
And then after reading her books, I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I met her in New York City.
Yeah.
She's doing a book signing at the Barnes & Noble in Union Square Park.
Yeah, Union Square. Yeah. She's one of the only ones left. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was, and that was actually her first job ever. Was at that Barnes & Noble.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know she was a New Yorker. That's
crazy.
She
was back there. Yeah, she was born and raised there, and she probably thinks I'm a stalker. And I went to 2 book signings in a row.
Yeah, so you
and
are
then
a stalker.
anal sex. And she did 3 things. She did a book signing at Barnes & Noble, book signing at like this private place, and then an anal sex kind of
seminar.
Seminar,
yeah,
literally
like a
seminar.
motivational speech.
Yeah, like a how to, prep, like the whole 9 yards.
Really?
And I went to
for
all
civilians.
3 things. for civilians.
We were just talking about this before because I was talking about with Sylvia Sage about how I've gotten poop on my dick. I need to bring all
bring them. Be like, we're going on a date.
And bring
take
them
to a seminar.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I came out, and then I ended up kind of just doing it. And then I came out to LA, and my first night here was the XRCO Awards.
Okay.
And I saw her, and she is such a lovely person.
Did she remember you?
She did.
No
she
shit.
did remember me, and she was like, hey.
I got to get better.
She's like, are you in the industry now? And I was like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And she's just the nicest person ever.
She was so proud.
So that is who I aspire to be. I literally aspire to be Asa.
Yeah,
you
is aspire
so
to be an Asian woman.
I aspire to be a small Asian woman with great fake chits. They are fake, but they're great.
I don't know how far along the way you are to any of those things, but
she's awesome.
It's important to have goals.
So my porn goals are just to be like known for being super intense and super crazy, and just like that's the down bitch. Like she will do anything. Interesting.
So what else? So the Dallas quinceañera. You grew up in Lauderdale. What else? Now, so you haven't had to deal probably with telling your immediate people that you're doing this yet.
I told my mom was the first person I told.
How was she about it?
She was actually extremely supportive.
No shit.
Bye, honey. Yeah. On my way to my first shoot ever, I was driving there, and then halfway I turned around because I kind of had a super huge. I freaked out. And I turned around, and my mom was the one that was like, you're being such a little bitch. Like, she was like, what are you doing? Something flashed. I don't know. We're good?
I'm sure we're fine,
cool.
Yeah.
She's like, you're being such a little bitch. Like, do it. This is something that you want to do. Like, she basically told me, like, you're a slut. You'd be great at this. Do it. And then
she said you're already a slut. I like that that's the words of encouragement.
She's like, you're a slut. You'll do great at this.
You're a slut. Just go do it.
Just go do it. So, I had to shoot the next day. I had like 30 shoots lined up, and then
So you bailed on the first one?
I bailed. I was in no fucking
What's the consequences?
Show. Because I wasn't signed with an agency yet, and because I would like to think of myself as a good writer. I sent a very nice text to the person. I still apologize. It was my first shoot, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I completely understand. Just, come tomorrow. Yeah. And I went, and I killed it. And it was great. It was so much fun.
I'm trying to figure out, how do you know?
If you killed it?
Yeah.
You just know. I feel like there's like a thing in you that you're... Honestly, what my wonderful coworker Ike Diesel told me when I was on set with him, he's like, oh, that was a great scene. I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. I was like, I don't remember. Yeah. And he was like, that's how you know it was good, because you don't even remember doing it, because you're like kind of in the moment. It's you don't natural. Even remember. Yeah. He's like, that's how you know it was good. Okay. And I don't remember my first scene whatsoever.
Well, as it turns out, they've recorded it. I wish I was on the level. I was like, well, we brought it here. Let's show them a clip. Let's show the audience a clip. It was
amazing. It was so
Do you
much
remember
fun.
this? And then we send the clip.
Yeah, they'd kind of just play it. I hate watching my own pornos. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm too
I felt
hard on
that
myself.
way about, well, as comedians, we're very, we're perfectionists. So like every set, we're just like, just like every word, we scrutinize over. I was that way about my voice for a while, but I did radio for a bunch of years, so now I'm kind of obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I fucking love my voice.
That's the opposite of me. I hate my voice.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of there.
I'm like, I sound like that. I'm so fucking annoying.
Yeah, we don't hear it coming out of our head that way.
Yeah.
But now, we're all.
I just know what my moaning sounds like.
We're on Snapchat and shit, so we all know we play that shit back.
True.
Although one of my friends, shout out Nina, she just keeps sending me videos where she's talking on the voice change shit. She sends me her talking as a mouse, and I was like, bitch, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about.
Things. I love the one with the big eyes and the big mouth.
But don't send me a greeting in only voice, giving me information that I might need. Like
meet me at this address.
I was going to a wedding with her, and she was giving me details with a squirrel voice, and I was like, just text me.
I like that
details.
squirrel thing. It's like a muskrat.
Yeah, it's great.
I like the Snapchat
filters.
Great. I am basic, and I love them.
It's pretty great. Today,
really
there's a one-eye today. There's a one-eyed guy.
Yeah.
I really like
Mike Legowski kind of thing.
Yeah, no, but it's got a goggle on it for some reason.
That's not Mike Legowski.
No. Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
Come on. You're always like right there
Mike
with
Wazowski.
the words. You like kind of know how to. You kind of know what some of the sounds of the words are, but you don't know exactly what they are. It's hilarious. Mike Zazowski? Yeah, that's what it is.
What if I said brothel, Bordetella?
Broth. Yeah, you said I gotta get some of that chicken brothel. He's like, you can I have some more chicken broth in this soup? What's the brothel in the soup? Be it interesting. interaction. I do that. I know I don't hear song lyrics correctly.
Oh.
I got them all wrong always.
Have you seen that video with Justin Bieber? He does the
so
Despacito. And
I don't know.
Blah 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 blah.
Now
burrito.
You speak Spanish, right? Yeah. So it's a little bit shitty, but he's also just
so funny.
He's also just a white cunt. So it's like it doesn't really matter. But
he looks like a vagina.
He's a white cunt. He really is. But that new fucking Khaled song with Bieber is great. It's so fantastic.
I'm
the one. It's great. Yeah, and I can't get over Chance the Rapper. Like he's my favorite right now.
He's amazing.
But I tweeted about it the other day, and I don't know how many people like really understood what I was saying. But it's like you don't. So I tweeted shout out to Chance the Rapper for being so soft spoken about the fact that he doesn't have a label. But every one of his raps is about how he doesn't have a label. We ain't got no label. I get it. You're not signed.
And every time he goes onto an interview with like Ellen or something, he'll always be like, well, yeah, I'm not signing no label.
I ain't got no label. I ain't got no label. I get it, bro. Okay.
He's great though.
I do love when people when rappers like that becomes their thing. Like I guess that's gonna. But he's got a couple weird sound effects. Like Jay-Z always had the like sound, and then Fabulous would always spell his name. And then one of my favorites is Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo sings his name. I can never do that as a comedian.
I feel like he wasn't really creative.
Jason
he was like, I can't think of what to do.
Yeah, he didn't come up with a name like Mr. Steal Your Girl. Yeah, he didn't come up with a thing. Yeah, Mr. Steal Your Girl.
That's like some old school.
Yeah,
like Luda has Luda.
Yeah, everybody got out of the game though because there's more money in everything else.
That's true.
Everything. Oh, this is what I was gonna say, and this is why I think it's becoming easier for you guys to cross lines, is because you guys all have crazy followings. Mm-hmm. And just having a following in this day and age is enough to get you other shit. So everybody's doing stand up now. It seems like everybody's breaking out into my field, and they're all getting stage. Like a couple NBA players were doing stand up just because. Because they'll give them the stage.
Funny to say if you're an
They'll
NBA
give them the
player.
stage. I mean, there's people that are funny. Like Shaquille O'Neal's really funny. My buddy Adam Glenn, shout out Adam Glenn. He's like boys with Shaq, and Shaq's fucking hilarious. But no, like Meta World Peace. Ron Artest was doing a show at Caroline's.
Really?
Yeah, at a period of time when I was just trying to get in at Caroline's. Yeah. And I was like, I've been doing this 8 years. This motherfucker played basketball for a little bit, and now he has his own shit. But you guys are all breaking into everything. You can pretty much break into every industry now.
I hope so. I mean, I feel like can be still a hindrance.
Nobody's like broken. Well, no, yeah.
I feel like it's always gonna be like, oh, that's the former porn star. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's always gonna overshadow anything.
Well, that's fine.
Which is fine if
you're
okay
like The
with
Rock
that.
is always gonna be a WWE superstar. Like
I didn't even know he was a WWE.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way.
I just know as people named him like the hottest man of 2017.
You're so young. I can't even deal with it.
know.
So this is what I found. This is what I found this week.
I'm old for the industry though. I swear.
So this is what I found this week was, so because I'm a comedian, I've dated younger girls mostly. Because comedian is it's not an impressive thing to tell people. So you date younger girls because they're impressed way easier. You just you dangle something shiny and you're good to go. You show them a tweet and you're good. I got a couple likes on my tweet and you're good. Older women, you need to do that. But so I figured out, and I also have my brother's like 24, 25. So I've known kind of the gap of. The point is, I can find the common ground with like a younger girl, but I found out this week that I was hanging out with this older woman, and she's like 8, 9 years older than me, and I couldn't find any of our common ground. Like I was like looking for references.
Older?
Yeah, she's older. She's 8 years older, and I was trying to find reference points where we intersect. Like with the younger girls, like I know I can bring up Dora the Explorer. Like I know the bitches know about Dora. I know, maybe it's just like, or they're a little younger than me. It's like Power Rangers. Like I know what the gaps are. I know what the things are that we can come to terms with. Twilight. Mm-hmm. But this woman, right? Like all the things that like you guys were into, all the Harry Potters. So I know the common ground in those. But this woman is 43, and I couldn't find it.
I feel like that's the opposite for me. I feel like with older guys, I know what the common ground is.
I couldn't find it with her. I was like, I
Did
made
you try Billy Joel?
I made a Full House reference. She didn't get it, and I was like, "Come on!"
House reference?
Yeah, she didn't even get a Full House reference. I was like, "That doesn't make any sense." I was trying, and then I was like, "I don't know, fuck, Cheers." Like, I don't what are you? What did you want? And nothing. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find any common ground with her.
Billy Joel's always a common ground.
I guess so. Yeah.
I have this Billy Joel quote tattoo thing.
Yeah, read it. What does it say?
It says Vienna waits for you.
Vienna waits for you. Now, what does that mean to you?
It's a song.
What does it mean to you? I don't give a I know it's a song.
It's just a really good song. Just
this is so funny. So this happens a lot.
None of my tattoos mean shit.
Yeah, that's funny because that's what I was gonna say. So it used to matter. People used to have their tattoos and used to matter, and then it was a thing. Now it's just like, no, I just thought it'd be fun to have a peacock on my arm. Like that's what happened. So that's what happened.
I was literally just bored with this. This was bored. This
you were bored with your
tipsy.
arm. You're like, I just don't like this arm anyway.
Yeah, I was just like, this arm looks really boring.
So what'd you do? You went to the thing and you just looked at it. You looked at a book. Did you pick this out of a book? Did you pick this out of a book?
I actually sketched this one out.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
You got skills?
I can paint.
Yeah?
I can't draw.
No shit.
But like I can paint.
Okay, and play the piano.
Makes sense. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. It's a different art form. What do you mean?
And this one I was tipped.
You're like I can play basketball. I can't play soccer. Does that make sense? Yeah, it makes sense. It's a different thing. Yes, those are two different things. Yes, makes perfect sense. So you have a tiger on your thing. This is actually cool because it actually fits the shape of the arm.
This is the one I get the most compliments on. They're like, "Oh, what does it mean?" I'm like, "Nothing." They're like, "Oh, are you a Leo?" And I'm like, "No."
It's a tiger.
It's a tiger. It's not even a lion.
Yeah. It sounds like this is dudes mostly.
Probably.
It just looks like a tiger mask, and actually it looks like a sleep mask. Honestly,
this one's pretty cool.
I don't know why it doesn't have a nose.
I cut off all my hair, and I was like, if I'm gonna rock short hair, I have to have like a cool shoulder piece.
Okay.
So I got that.
Okay, so all the shit is fresh.
Yeah. I mean, I got my first one when I was like 16.
I don't know.
So
I'm using me as a reference point for what you did in your life.
I was 16 when I got my first.
If I have any knowledge about you when you were 16, I'm
I got a good
suspect.
Christian quote.
You're 21. I will have had to have met you today. I have to have no information about you prior to today, or I will be locked up. That's how it works.
Bye, honey. I had I have my ex's initials. Oh God.
Yeah, so can we talk about this? So you're like, oh, it's my ex, and then you picked up, which is not what normally happens when somebody goes, oh, it's my ex, and you picked up, and you're like, hey, honey.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna shout out JJG if you're watching this. JJG. Love you forever and ever. I'm a crazy ex-girlfriend.
So why is he your ex, and then why are you still picking up?
Why is he my ex?
Why are you still picking up?
I was violent, and he was violent, and we were so both like hot-tempered.
I've been in that, yeah.
So like we would just claw at each other.
Yeah.
And why do I still answer? You're game strong.
But you're still like
he's in New York.
You're still caught up, and you're still kind of you got like a little jealousy thing going still.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. We all been there.
It's I don't know. It's just a girl thing.
Yeah, no, I've been there. It was like there was like a 3-year thing that was supposed to be like a 6-month thing, and it lasted over multiple cities, and so she left town, and we was restraining orders, whole thing, getting each other arrested, all of this, and fucking up my New York comedy momentum and all this shit, and then she ended up in. And the craziest part of the whole thing is, and this is still a reflection on me, is I'm the only non-famous dude she's ever fucked with.
Oh, really?
So I was supposed to like figure it out. I was supposed to figure out how to get famous, but I haven't done it yet. So I'm the only non-famous dude she ever fucked with, and multiple. I mean, she was with fucking like very very prominent boy band members and very prominent basketball players and like all around, and I'm the one who kind of hung around and had like the impact the longest. But she ended up in LA while I was still in New York, and some comedians make the jump over, and so this happened. It's funny because I bumped into the guy who perpetrated this whole experience last night, and is a very funny comedian, Matt Taylor. Check him out. But so he sees one of his buddies, and I won't mention the guy or the girl, with this girl in LA, and he walks up to him. It's a very very famous dude, and he goes, hey, let me talk to you. And he goes, oh, what's up? And he pulls him aside and he goes, hey, man, this girl is bad news. And he goes, what do you mean? He's like, dude, this girl used to beat up my buddy Dan. Like she would show up at shows and fuck him up, and she's bad news, man. She's crazy. Like, you just don't want to be involved in this. And so then I hadn't seen her talk to her in like 2 years, but I still had my phone. It's like, don't pick this up. Yeah. This is bad news.
Do not contact.
Like who this is. Yeah. So she calls, and I'm like, I'm not gonna. So I send it to. Calls again, and then calls the third time. I was like, all right, I got to pick this up. Something's up. I got to find out what's going on. Pick up the phone. She goes, why are you trying to ruin my life? And I was like, hi, hello, how are you? What's happening? So I don't know that any of this stuff happened in L.A. So she goes, why are you telling people in L.A. that I'm crazy? And I'm in this phone call, and I'm you can't just say to the person, be like, just look at what's happening right now. Like this is, and I was like, oh, I don't know, and so I successfully sort of smoothed it over, and I was like, look, I only have positive memories of what we went through, whatever. Possibly,
it's a good script.
Possibly, what's happening is the people that you're talking about that saw you attack me in New York have that memory. And they were there when we were involved in some of the arguments that we were involved in. So that's probably what happened. So then the dude later on, so I got out of that conversation. Later on, the dude started reaching out to me, being like, "Yo, is this girl crazy?" And I didn't respond to him. And a little bit, I wanted to be friends with him because he's a cool dude, and he's he was killing it out here in LA. So it's always good to have people who kind of know how to circumnavigate the industry, but. And it would be a fun common ground position, but I knew definitively that she was in this motherfucker's inbox. Like while he was sending this, she was in another room in the shit. Yeah. So I went mute on it. A couple years later, he reached out and was like, "Hey man, why didn't you ever respond?" I was like, "A, if you're reaching out to me, something's up. You don't need me to confirm it. Exactly. Something's up. And B, I'm not trying to get back in that life. I got out. Yeah, okay? I'm not trying to reignite whatever her brilliant anger. She's brilliant. Mm-hmm. She's gorgeous, and she's tiny, and she's feeble when she wants to be, but she's a monster when she needs to be. Oh, everything. I have no defensive skills. So I found out she was running at me. She was running at me full speed once, naked. I didn't know what to do, so I body slammed her onto the bed. I body slammed her, and when she landed, her legs were still going like a little beetle. So her legs were still going like a cartoon, and she rolled herself back over into moving legs, and then immediately and I locked myself in the bath. It was crazy. But then I realized from that experience that my only defensive skills come from watching wrestling as a child. I have no. I went in the crotch and then body slammed her very gently onto my bed, legs flailing, ran into the thing. But she had skills. But so she called the cops. They'd show up and they would feel bad for her, and they would just come. They would come for me.
Really? Because New York City cops do not do that.
Oh no, these are the cops. They were on her side. Yeah.
New York City. When they arrested me,
it
I was
seems
like,
you
I'm the girl.
It seems like you mouthed off a little bit too much.
No, they just came and I was like, I don't know.
No, you have to you have to change. You have to WB frog when the cops show up. This girl was at my front door, kicking it in when they showed up. Broken glass in the shape of her fucking Converse. When they showed up, and I'm inside, locked behind 3 doors, and I'm the one who called, and they're buzzing, and I'm through the intercom, and I'm like, yes, sir, that's her. Please take her away. Take her away. And they were like, we have a problem. I need you to come out here. And I was like, I'm fucked. So I go out, and they're like, sir, she has marks on her. She has scratches on her. And at the time, I was biting my nails. And I was like, sir.
Yeah.
Number one, she hasn't been in the building. Mm-hmm. We fucking sequester the footage, whatever you have to do. 2, I bite my nails. He's like, it's her word against yours. So either you're both going to jail or neither one of you. And so she puts her hands behind her back. And they take us both off. Some sinister shit, man. And then they put us in the drunk tank. So they put us next. So they put her in this one and me in this one. And so she was just like,
mouthing off to you through the bars.
So she was standing up over the top, and she was just saying horrible shit. And then I had this weird moment in my head, and it was fucked up because I had the John Legend song in my head, and it was stereo, and the lyrics kept playing in my head. It was like, she fell in love with the radio. It wasn't really you, so I had to let her go. So I was doing this in my head, and I'm just I'm 21. I'm in the corner, just rocking back and forth, just hoping that somebody doesn't come in and rape me. And so I just stick my hand out, and she's still yelling. She's just still heckling me. And I stick my hand out, and we hold hands. And in my head, it was like symbolism. I was like, that's the last I'm going to touch her. And then that's the end.
I have the worst laugh. That's really great.
But then
they just took me.
But then we got out. We got out the next day, and then I watched a man. I watched a man take a dump, and then with no toilet paper and wipe his ass with his hand. I watched this, and then wash it out in the sink. And then
jail is so funny.
And then
it's kind of good for a day.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
It's kind of fun
I've repressed most of
for
it.
like 8 hours, and then afterwards you're like, all right, give me the phone. But like when you're talking about it to your friends after, like you're like, oh, wait, that was a good time.
Well, you're in a different position because all dudes
I feel like
have.
guy jail is 10 times worse than girl
Yeah,
jail.
we have massive rape fear. So and we all deserve it, honestly. Like we all deserve to get raped
No,
in jail.
of course not.
No, all of the way that men treat their sex objects, and I say that like across the board because I've been in a situation where gay guys are just hitting on me hard, and it's just like, and they're the worst. Men are the worst. We're disrespectful. We're awful.
I love men.
But I always
I
always try to figure out like what gang I would join.
What's the New York gang?
Well, I don't know if there's any. I don't know if there's any mafia
East
left.
Coast,
I don't know if there's
what
any
Biggie was
mafia
in.
left in jail. Like, cause in Oz, like that's all I know about jail is Oz. So I'm convinced that. But I'm just pretty sure I don't have. Like I have enough facial toughness to make it out here on the streets. But when I get in jail, that shit is revoked.
I get ghetto.
I think I'd have to blow the cop on the way in. Like that's how little street cred I have.
I have no street cred.
You get ghetto in jail?
I think so. Like I start using like slang, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've never used this word in my life. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's like.
And I kind of like get like this little like hand move. I mean,
I've
been in jail like.
You know how every
like,
movie
twice.
is like about how somebody is like destined to like be the leader of like a thing, and so then they get put in that environment, and all of a sudden like Neo, and he can see like binary, and he can he's like flying through people, and he's like breaking the laws of physics. Maybe you're destined to be like a what's Queen Latifah, like the jailhouse, like the jail bitch, like what's the
jail bitch?
Yeah, like the head of the
bitch,
like the head bitch. Like the head bitch of like a jail. Maybe that's in your life.
Girl jail's kind of cool. Like we kind of became.
That's so funny.
People kind of become friends.
I haven't seen
They like give you your number. They're like, hit me up.
No shit.
Yeah, I got someone's number, and for the first time ever, I was actually able to say the words, "Oh, I was locked up with her," and I felt so badass.
You love it. This is
for
great.
like 5 minutes, and I was like,
So
"Oh my
funny.
god, get your shit together."
Yeah. Wait, so you got locked up for beating up a dude, basically?
That was the second time. Well. Technically, yeah. I mean, they saw scratches. That's what New York cops do. They're really weird about that.
Yeah.
There's scratches on his back, and I was like, I always
maybe
have
they've
fake
changed
nails.
all the policies because of me, because I was in there a lot. Like maybe they were like, you know what? I think we got this one wrong.
I was like, it's self-defense, and they were like, no, and they took me, and I was like, but I'm the girl. Where's my woman card? Like, why can't I use it? And I was like, this is because of feminism.
I think you made too much of a scene. Like she,
probably.
I don't want to say her name, but she was real slick about it.
They took me. I probably deserved it.
No,
sorry.
She was great.
Jules, I deserved it.
She was great at turning the whole thing around. Like, and she was great at saying whatever like a dude wanted to hear. Like she was. And this was like a moment.
She sounds like a conniving bitch
she was
that
the
I
best.
would love.
This is my father. I took her to meet the family like early on. Because I was like head over heels because I was 20 and I met her and she was fucking perfect because she was a fucking sociopath. She was able to just say everything I ever would have wanted and fucking every and the sex was fucking out of this world. And so she meets my parents and my father, who'd never like commented on any of my girlfriends before. I remember the moment exactly because she was out like working the room. She was just with everybody.
Yeah.
I was chilling. I kind of like I was moving to New York permanently for the first time. I'd already been there for like I think a combined like 6 weeks, but now I was signing a lease the next day, bringing all my furniture and shit. So I was just kind of chilling on the couch in like the sort of like a side room. My father wanders in. Head down, just kind of like just walking, kind of chill, and then he I don't even think he makes eye contact. He just kind of like hands in his pockets. He just goes, she's sharp, and then he turns around and walks out of the room. But I'll remember that moment forever. And then my mom pulls me aside later and says something along the lines of, and I didn't hear this the way that it really is at the time. It sounded like a compliment. She goes, she says all the right things. And then my mom laughed up. So mom knew. She says
all the right things.
She says all
Moms
the right things.
Everything.
I wish you would have told me, man.
Every single thing. And it took me a while. It took me 21 years to actually be like, I have to always listen to my mom.
Yeah, because there's that period of time. I don't know. I've never been a 14-year-old girl, but there's that period of time where you just fucking hate everyone who loves you.
I feel like I never had that with my mom. I feel like I always got along with her.
Yeah?
She's so fucking cool.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mom. I love you. She's so cool.
Shout out, pretend Mama Sky. Mama Sky.
Miss Sky.
Mama Sky.
Nah, she's so cool. So I don't think I ever had that phase.
So that's good. That's great.
I was raised very spoiled, so I never
Yeah.
had like a bad kind of bitch phase.
Nice. All right, that one's dead. We'll keep on this one. You never had a spoiled rich bitch phase? What you say?
No, I was a spoiled bitch my whole life, so I don't think I ever had like a phase where I was like, I hate you. Like I kind of always.
Cause she was still chopping up the food and spitting it in your mouth.
Yes, literally. She was always so.
Not literally. Stop.
No, she
Everybody
did.
who's 21 just says literally, and it doesn't mean what it means. Literally, she literally ate my food.
Literally chopped her food up in her mouth.
And then she
just spat it.
And then
right
she
in mine.
vomited into
Literally.
my body. Literally. Not literally.
But very similarly.
No.
Very metaphorically.
That's never happened to you. She's never done that.
Like
I promise you she hasn't.
She's babied me so much, but she's
although I don't know who listens to this, so that might be like a sect of porn that we can invent, is where the mom.
Oh, that's like big right now.
Where mom.
Incestual shit.
Yeah, that's the big one, right?
But they can't even do it.
Because
it's illegal. Like we can't even have animals like in the background.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
like,
So you know that incest has nothing to do with animals.
I'm just saying how like
Is
how
it
the
a word
rules
of
of
confusion
porn
thing?
are like legit. Like you can't even have like an animal in the background. Like they can't even be like a chihuahua.
Okay,
like
but what about
on
but
the
there's
living room
sisters.
set.
There's sisters in
there's
this
but they're
industry.
always stepsisters.
Is it true? Oh, I didn't know that.
Always. Oh, you'll never
interesting.
find like at least not done by a legitimate
But there are
company.
but there are real sisters in the industry, so they can't fuck each other.
Yeah. No, I don't. I know there are sisters. I can't
Get on the
think of
Google, write a letter, write an
they're
old school
blonde
letter
girls.
in, calligraphy me a letter, and tell me whether or not you have information about this.
There's a blonde. There's two blonde girls.
Cadence,
Are they real sisters?
I don't know. I mean, I assume no. Like again, I was raised watching WWE, and like none of those guys were real brothers. I guess some of the tag teams were real brothers, but they always just said they were brothers.
Isn't WWE fake wrestling? What is WWE?
What is real wrestling? Yeah, it was WWF. Yeah. I don't
know.
I
What
guess
real
we
wrestling
haven't
is
found
either.
our common ground. I take it back. I don't know. Have you heard of David the Gnome?
No.
So, yeah. What was your go-to child show? Like, were you in all that? Like Keenan and Kel? What's your thing?
What was all that with Amanda Bynes?
Sounds right.
That she did Know Your Stars. Go to.
It was the show that launched Keenan and Kel. The Teletubbies?
Yeah, and then and then honestly, from 3 years old to like 2 days ago, I can't remember shit about my life.
Oh, so you're good. It's gonna come up in therapy eventually. Some crazy shit has happened.
I miss my therapist.
She probably
does not
probably
miss
things
me.
like your mom chewing up food and then spitting it in your mouth. That seems like something that you would block out.
I always my go-to show is Friends always.
That's weird. Yeah, somebody else who age-wise wasn't watching while it was on the air said that to me.
I feel like
Emma Hicks. Emma Hicks is like 19.
Yeah.
Or
I feel like I
or
did
porn
watch it on
19.
the
I
air.
don't know. They
Porn
make you say your real age in this industry.
Yeah,
Which I
I
think
mean
is
they know
crazy.
my real age. They always.
Yeah.
I always have 3 forms of ID before I.
Which
shoot
is
anything.
weird because every other entertainment thing you get a range.
I'm a little sad because I don't get picked for like teenage stuff.
Really?
Like teens love
Oh.
like stuff like that.
Yeah,
like they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
pick me
Why
for
did
that.
you whisper that?
Because I forget that I can say whatever I
You can
want.
say whatever you want.
They don't ever pick me for like the
For
teens love
Teens
cock. They don't pick me for
Well,
that.
don't overdo the
They're
word.
always I'm always the Latin token Spanish girl. I don't mind
Yeah,
being.
brunette. All the tags.
That's my tattoo.
Trying to think what the tags are.
I'm not
What?
a teenager anymore.
Oh, well, yeah, you can't play 16. You can't play
today.
fake 16 because of the
Even-
tattoos.
Yeah, no. Even today, I was like.
But you'll
getting in
hang.
my car and I
But
was
Latinas hang in that zone. So Asians just kind of look young forever. Latinas
They do.
basically look like 25 forever.
I like that, and I feel like that is true. Actually,
Until they're 60, and then it's like this quick sliding scale. Yeah, it's like fucking
straight down.
bang.
But
What?
yeah, I actually
Who
feel like
are
that is
you?
true. That
Yeah.
actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so you get to hang in the 25 range. You'll be good. You'll
Cool.
You can hang in
It's
that.
just-
You
it's
can
like
hang
you
in that money for a
You
while.
spend like your whole life with a fake ID, and now like I'm actually 21. And I'm like, I would do anything.
I thought
to be-
25 was going to be the coolest age ever. I remember
What'd you
being
do
a
when you were
kid.
25?
Nothing. I remember
Nothing.
being a kid and being like 25 is going to be the shit, and then 25 was not. 25 was nothing. It was nothing, nothing at all.
I thought 21 was going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
And I spent my 21st birthday with a face mask on, drinking green tea,
What?
just in bed.
What's a
'Cause I
face
had,
mask?
Like a face mask.
Oh, yeah, there's multiple things. Like there's
Like not a fake facial, like a real facial.
okay, well,
Like
so like where you put it in the freezer. And
No,
you
it just
put it on
comes
your
in
face.
a tube at CVS.
Oh.
I feel like I spit on
Oh,
you.
that's fine. That's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
You
Okay,
just
the
put
one
on
where
and
you
wait
put
for
it
to
on and
harden,
dry,
and
yeah,
then
hardens.
you like either peel it off or you
That's
wash
what you
it
did
off.
with your. Why?
Yeah, because I had a shoot the next day. It was my very first shoot.
Oh.
And I'm so meticulous. Like before a shoot, I will literally stay home.
Yeah.
Face mask, tea.
I will literally chew up food, put it back in a bowl, and then literally re-eat the food. Literally.
Literally.
Oh.
Do I say that a lot?
No, you said
Am
it
I
once.
A basic bitch?
You said it. You said it once about your mother spitting food in your mouth,
Literally
which is
spitting
very,
food in my mouth.
very not true. So okay, interesting. So I don't know what the face mask has to do with any of that.
It's just so your face is glowing the next day. But I just thought I would spend my 21st birthday in Vegas or like do
you like
something
Vegas?
super fun. I went for like 2 days and I thought it was the most boring desert.
I don't fuck with Vegas.
It looked like a giant desert. There's a strip of fun stuff.
It is a giant desert. I don't fuck with Vegas.
So is LA.
My 21st birthday, I got really drunk. People got me really drunk. I can't remember what
People got you?
Yeah, because I didn't really care. I've never been a big drinker. I don't care.
Yeah.
So my the girl that I was dating, although I remember this was my favorite trait about this girl I dated, and I haven't met anybody who has this since, was she was a big drinker, but more than that, she would pop a squat in a parking lot. She would piss anywhere. So we took a piss next to each other. It was beautiful.
That's so romantic.
And then I lost my camera. Like I met Bill Raftery, who's an ESPN. He's a pretty big announcer, and so I met him and I took a couple pictures with him, and so I lost all my 21st birthday pictures because we lost the camera somewhere. So we went back. All I remember was peeing, and then I remember. So we went back the next day trying to find the camera, and then I also remember that I vomited. I got really drunk and I vomited into the bathtub. I had like old crow's foot bathtub.
Like good though. Like you were so drunk, but you made it to at least.
No, my college girlfriend was crying and trying to shove the chunks down the drain. It's not good.
I hate puke.
No, you puke.
I haven't puked since I was 7.
You puke into the toilet bowl. That's what you do.
Yeah.
I puked then. I puked once when me and the girl were living together, and we were basically gonna break up, and she wanted to get me drunk, and every time I had my back turned, she would just pour more SoCo in my diet, and I puked black puke, and I puked that night into a sink as well, and a bathtub. When I get drunk, I puke into not where you're supposed to puke.
But that's better than the floor.
It's better than the floor for sure.
Is it?
And then the only other time that I remember, I got blackout once, and I woke up to being slapped across. My buddy's 6'11". He slapped me across the face with a big ass 6'11" hand.
Jeez.
I don't have a lot of recollection of what happened that night. But those are basically the 3 times I've been
your girl
drunk.
that popped a squat anywhere.
Yeah, she's
that
great.
is
I need to meet another girl. I mean, this is.
I actually.
I hate to be an old romantic, but I need to meet another girl who will pop a squat in a parking lot and take a piss.
No, that's me. Like I'm not like even like that, but I actually will pee.
When was the last time you peed in the street? Don't be
honestly,
someone you're not.
No.
Don't literally be
someone
you're not.
I feel like getting Maddie and telling her because she will vouch for me.
When was the last time you peed in the street?
Like Thursday night.
Come on.
Thursday night, I peed not on the street. I guess the grass right in front of my.
Yeah, I'm not picky. You can pee
of
in
my
the grass.
house.
Yeah, you can pee in the grass.
The model house.
Yeah, sorry. You don't want to pee.
To the owner of the
model
house.
They don't know. They don't. They think he's listening. Yeah, because you can't. I found this out one other time when and I wasn't a drunk sick, but I vomited on the street one time. Was you can't. You don't want to pee or vomit directly onto asphalt because it splatters everywhere. Yeah. So you have some skills. You have some skill set.
I used to pee in my car all the time.
In your car?
There were like twice it happened.
What do you mean in your car?
No, like I'm on the drive. Okay, like I'm going on the express lanes.
Oh, you stop. You pull out.
No,
you don't pee in the car.
No.
Oh.
I'm in the express lanes and I physically can't hold it anymore. No, I actually seriously I do have like a bladder problem.
You pee yourself.
And I'm like it has to happen, and it's always like, you know, like when you get into a car accident, like those 2 seconds right before it's about to happen, you're like, fuck, it's happening. I'm gonna get into a car accident.
No, I'm an aggressive, crazy New York/New Jersey driver, and I get around it.
It's like the 2 seconds you're like, oh my god,
I've
this
never
is
peed
happening.
myself, and I've never been in a car accident.
And I actually was like, this is happening, and I was just like, you got to do it, and I just kind of
just peed on your seat,
all over myself on my seat. Just
you didn't shoot it anywhere?
No, it's just while I'm driving, I'm just like this.
You guys can't really aim. I don't understand. Why couldn't you pull over?
Because I'm on the express lanes going down on 95, going 80, and I just couldn't hold my pee.
I don't care. I could cut 4 lanes. I cut 4 lanes just to get over here.
I got my car 4 days ago, and I got into an accident 3 days ago.
Jesus
Christ.
Like
the next day after I got my car, I got into a fender bender.
Jesus
On my way to AVN. Shout out AVN Network.
Oh. I don't think they want to be associated with your potential vehicular manslaughter. Wait, did you tell me what you got? What kind of car did you? Oh, you got the Beetle.
I got a little Beetle.
Yeah, I rented the smallest possible car I could get because I didn't know because just being able to whip in and out of traffic and then also be able to park this motherfucker anywhere.
Yeah. What kind of car?
It's a Kia Soul. When I go to the rental place, I fucking love that car.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd ever want to have one, but at the rental spot, every time if I see the Kia Soul, I grab that motherfucker.
Is that like the boxy one?
Yeah, there's the gerbils.
Oh, the gerbils.
Oh, dude.
When you have the music on, the lights
and
on.
I worked with Kia Soul a couple years ago. They had Janelle Monáe and Clips and a bunch of other great artists, and we did this thing down in Miami and New York, where if you came and test drove, you got tickets to like a secret concert.
I literally remember that.
And I was the guy who was in charge of the vehicles on both of those events, and so I've loved the car since. And I remember people kept daring me to like park the car in a space that didn't have the backup cameras yet. The shit I'm old. The shit wasn't invented yet.
I remember that. My first car didn't have backup.
There was no Facebook when I got out of college. Okay, I didn't have a cell phone in high school. So they just kept daring me to like. So I parked the car within an inch on either end, and it took 40 moves, but I got it. And I felt so I felt so accomplished.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got done to it, they're like, okay, get the cars out of here. So I was like, come on, let me take a picture at least. But it was like there was like a fucking piece of paper in between.
Yeah, it has the light up speakers. That's
I think they got rid of those. I think people were probably like looking at the speaker.
This is a little bit.
They were looking at the speakers
much.
and then they slammed into somebody.
But did you get the green one?
No, I just got whatever. Like I got a gray
one. That was
one.
The token one.
Yeah, no, my buddy. So my buddy. Shout out Wacky Chad. My buddy has an orange one. So I always want to get an orange one, but I don't even think they really sell it. So I got the gray. I got the gray one. Just because I was like, it's already. Plus, I was also going to pick up the lady who's older than me, she's a millionaire, and so I didn't want her. I already knew she was going to.
Are you a kept man?
I already knew she. No, I'm not. I already knew she was going to judge me, so I didn't want to be extra judged.
With an orange Kia Soul.
Like it's like.
In comparison to a gray.
Yeah, like she like what a Kia Soul costs. I think she spends on dresses on a given week. So I didn't want.
Is she still single? What's her deal?
No. It is. Let's move on. No, I met her a bunch of years ago. I met her honestly. I think it was like it was one of my birthdays. I remember saying to myself, this is how corny I am. I said to myself, this is 2008 because I was still working in restaurants, and I remember saying to myself, I was like, this is your birthday to yourself. Like it was like this, actually maybe 2010. So it was like 7 years ago. I was like, this is your birthday present to yourself, and that's what I literally thought in my dumb, stupid brain, and then so we've over 7 years we've honestly probably seen each other 4 times.
Oh.
She claims it's more, but it's 4 times.
It's 4 times.
It's 4 times. And this last time we argued every minute of the times.
I argue every day with my SO. I'll call him a significant other.
Yeah, so he is or he isn't?
Huh?
The ex is a different person?
No, I have a current boyfriend.
Do you got
hi, hello.
You have a current boyfriend, and so how does he feel about you talking to your ex every 15 minutes?
He got mad at me today.
Yeah. Why would he not do that?
Well, like I have to, just because I want to make sure he's okay. Just because I feel like he's a little,
So yeah, you are. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think you're crazier to think that there's no way he could possibly function without you. But you texting and talking to him all the time is making it so he can't. Speaking as a person who's been in that situation, where I didn't even want to be with her. So I got 8-9 months down the road with and I don't want to call her crazy girl, but down the road with the girl, and we were still talking every day, and we were openly dating other people, but we were still talking to each other every day. And then I got into a position where I flew to Orlando and saw railed her, and then we got in an argument. She left because she was trying to do something else, and then she went and did that thing, and then came back, and then we argued, and then we ran. And so you're not doing anybody any favors.
No,
you gotta make up your fucking mind.
I know. I am.
Make up your mind. Stop being a 21-year-old.
I know.
I will tomorrow. Fuck off. Tomorrow's the day.
2 more years to keep being
tomorrow's
a little bit of
the day. So how do all these people feel about you being in porn?
My current boyfriend's super cool about it.
Is he in it?
No, he's just very I say I'm going to class. If I'm going to work, I'm just like, I have class today.
Yeah,
that's kind of how we brush it off, and it's just
interesting.
It doesn't really go. I mean,
so
he was super supportive.
It's
about
all just lying to each other about everything.
Yeah, we just lie.
Yeah.
He was super supportive about when I did my first anal scene. He was so like, because I was like kind of freaking out about it. And he was just like, you know, you're good, you're gonna do great, and then like, that's it, and then we don't talk about it. He's not like, oh, how was work? And I'm like, oh my god, Mike Adriano was amazing. And
interesting.
You know, it's not like that.
Yeah.
But he's super dope about it, and I'm so appreciative.
Because so it's interesting. So I tried to do an open relationship thing for a little bit, and the peril that I found was that giving the information to my lady made it difficult for her to handle it. Now, even though we decided it was cool. And it was more her pitch than mine, and I was, you know, I was very happy to co-sign, but she would just get heated like every time there'd be a new experience, and we were trying to decide if we just did it wrong, we should have been less information, should have not told her that I hooked up with anybody. I wasn't giving her details, right?
I feel like everyone's different.
Yeah, so it's like it's one
ours
of
is just we don't.
You just don't talk
about
goes
it. Unspoken.
But he knows you're gonna go get fucking railed.
Yeah.
I don't know why rail's my hot word of the day.
I haven't heard that word in a while.
That's my cousin's one.
But yeah, he knows that. I mean, that must
be hard.
I railed her.
I railed her.
Got railed.
That's what I did. I railed her.
I like that word.
Oh yeah. On the other side, yeah, that's good.
I just got railed.
Yeah, he railed me.
Yeah, he railed me. Yeah, he railed the shit out of me.
I wonder, does it work? She railed me. No, it doesn't work really.
No, because I feel like girls can't rail guys.
No, I guess not.
Because when I think of rail, I just immediately think
like a broken penis. Yeah.
I just think.
Yeah, if a girl rails me, I think it sounds like a broken penis. I don't want to break my penis. That's
happened.
No, it's funny because
it's like a thing. Like
there was a guy who had a broken penis in porn that kept showing up in videos, and he had like a dislocated cock. And I talked about it on one of the other ones, so I don't want to go too much into it in case I've developed a fan base. But he had dislocated, just like that. So it would be hard, and then the root system was disconnected. So while it was going, it was just kind of going wherever, like the base was going wherever. I gotta figure out what his name was. I'll send you a video. But he. But I think he got it. I think apparently somebody else told me. I don't know if we were talking about the same person, but they were like, yeah, the guy had to take a break, and then he had to get it surgically fixed. He got his dick reattached. Now, and I think there's other people in porn that a couple years ago on Howard Stern, they talked about all this kind of shit, and the guy John Bobbitt got his penis cut off. Lorena Bobbitt cut this guy's penis off.
Oh, okay, I know who you're talking about.
Within your lifetime, and. He got his tone back on, and then because his penis was all fucked up anyway, he was doing all kinds of dick surgeries. So one of the dick surgeries that exists is they cut a couple strings that don't matter, and your dick drops down a couple inches, and then you gain a couple inches. And I swear to God, there's a guy in porn that has it because his dick is so low it doesn't make sense. Like his dick is way lower than ever.
What do you mean by low?
I don't know. I don't know how to show you a dick without. So a normal dick comes. A normal dick. This is so strange. So a normal dick comes out from where it's supposed to be, and then this guy is just like a little lower, and then basically there's kind of two strings that kind of feel like it's holding it up. I don't know how to better describe this.
That's interesting, and I have not encountered.
This thing has gone off the
rails.
This thing has gone off the. So I'll send you some. I will send you some.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Video corroboration. So
DJ Darcy Dolce.
Shout out DJ Darcy Dolce. There you go. Yeah. She was very fun. I had her on earlier this week.
She's awesome.
I was trying to decide if she was having a horrible time or if I was asking bad questions. I wasn't sure where I was at because she'd be like, "Yeah, I like that." And then it was the end, and I was like, "Okay, cool." So
I feel like
it's just no, she's a cool girl. It's just
so
for me.
cool.
No, for me, I'm so neurotic anyway. So for me, what happened mostly was that I did enough of these where I ran out of shit to talk about, and I felt like I was talking about the same stuff. So I got really in my head about trying to have news, but because I had to cram them all together, I didn't have enough life experience in the chunks. Like it should have all this stuff should have happened over 19 weeks, so then normal life would have happened. I would have been like, you know what happened today?
Yeah.
But you know what happened today was I did 40 podcasts. This is what happened today, so I didn't have any new shit to talk about.
Did you get tired of hearing your own voice?
No, I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. It's so good.
That's how I am.
No, but I don't know why. But Darcy Dolce was somebody that I that I identified early on, because I was reaching out to her. She was in New York, and I was trying to get her in New York. So she was somebody on my top list of people I really wanted to interview. She's really dope.
Where was I on that list?
I'd never heard of you, so it worked out great. You never heard of me, I never heard of you. It was great. Everybody check out Vanessa Sky, XXX, Vanessa Sky X on IG. I think because with the thing stopped 3 times and now the cameras are off. So we'll wrap it up. Follow you on all the things.
Yes. Vanessa Sky XXX.
What do we have to look forward to? Like you
to look forward to?
Yeah, because everything's brand new. You're like the new girl on the block.
I did a lot of scenes this month, so I have a lot
when
of
is all
scenes
that shit
coming
gonna
out.
drop?
I did my first anal scene.
Okay.
It's so funny because I don't know when anything is gonna drop. Yeah, and like people will like message me all the time on Twitter and shit. They're like, "Oh, when's this gonna come out?" And I'm like, "Honey, I know just as much as you do, if not less."
Nice.
So hopefully within by the end of
June.
Not
less.
Huh?
I mean, kind of what happened in the room.
I know what happened, but like, there's some people who are like really on top of like this. Like,
oh,
porn,
really?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're on top of like the directors and when stuff drops.
Yeah,
and
I have an interesting amount of knowledge just from being on Twitter and Snapchat, so I know where it's a little stalker. Like I know where people are. Like I know somebody who's usually in New York who I haven't been able to catch. Where our schedules haven't aligned is in L.A.
Does her name start with a D?
Because of Snapchat. No, who's that?
Danny Daniels?
No, but I've been no.
I just know her because she's great, based in
and she's great. And I was supposed to go to her art show or whatever, and it's but no, there's somebody else. So then I hit him on Twitter, and I was like, oh hey, I got another day in LA if you can do the thing. And then I realized afterwards, it's like I'm like borderline stalking these people just because I'm on the cusp.
There's like a couple porn stars that I stalk.
Oh shit, which ones?
Well, Asa, of course.
Yeah,
but she knows that.
Yeah.
She knows I stalk her.
So where's she right now?
Right now, I think she's in LA. I'm
she's
almost 100%
right
positive.
Now? Hilarious.
But she goes to New York City a lot. Maybe you'll see her.
And then who else do you stalk?
Who else do I stalk? Oh, Chechik, but I love Chechik.
Yeah.
Adriana.
Where's
she's
she?
really cool. She's in LA.
Okay.
Megan Rain just came back from LA. She just came back to LA.
What's interesting is I saw all of them on a trip together. So like they all went to
Puerto Rico, I want to say.
Something.
I know
exotic.
she just came back from Puerto Rico.
So funny. Yeah, that crew.
And I'm stalking her. And I think she's in Miami right now because I think she just did the Bang Bus, which was my first porno ever. But she did the reverse one where basically like she's fucking people in the bus.
Yeah, so this is the one that I keep seeing, which is very demeaning, and it hurts.
Where they drop people off.
Hurts my feelings. Yeah,
that was my first one ever.
They give the guys 30 seconds to get hard, and then they don't, and then they talk shit to them, and then they kick them out. Have you seen these ones?
Is this on a bus?
It's basically it's a van.
It's like a van, yeah.
And it's 2 dudes. One guy's basically a heckler. And I'll be honest with you, like I got decent dick game. I don't think I would be able to get picked up on the street. And given like a 3-minute window to get hard while somebody's making fun of me. And even as a comedian, like I'm comfortable being made fun of, but it's a weird.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just like even when I'm being a pervert, there's still like a one-on-one private aspect.
I just feel like there's no way you could get in the mental space to get hard.
Right. Like, what? Especially if there's anything real about it, which is probably not. But even if there's anything real about them, just picking these people off the street, like I don't know, you have to have some knowledge of your next boner. That's the mental game behind a boner is important to know.
Right. I applaud my male coworkers because I'm like I could never do it.
But he knows he's got to stay hard for 6 hours today. You know what I mean? Like it's not. That's not an on-call job. Like he scheduled it before. Like you know what I mean? Like there's very few very spontaneous sexual things that are gonna happen in my life. And when they do, I at least have a walk into the building. I have some time.
Yeah.
And then if I need a moment, you go to the bathroom, you look yourself in the face, and you go, you got this, bro. Sometimes you go in the mirror and you go, who the fuck do you think you are? Get your shit together. Get out there and rail this chick.
Rail her.
But you don't get that moment in the bus.
I know. I feel like that
That's
I could
funny,
never.
That's a
I've always applaud my. I'm like because there's a camera like right there.
Yeah. That's just a disrespectful video where they kick the guys out. They kick the guys out.
Yeah, that's the first one.
They've never shit on the. They've never made fun of a guy. Like there's a couple dudes that were like tiny, and they've never made fun of the dude's dick, which I think is respectful.
With the guys now, look, they're like smaller than the girl, and instead of the guy lifting the girl up.
Yeah. It's just one dude. What's this guy's name? It's one dude who looks 14 years old. It's so funny because I just mentioned him last night, and not even porn. No, I wasn't even talking about porn. Just somebody was talking about how they looked young, and I was like, yeah, dude, and how he always gets like these like cougars try to pick him up. Yeah, and there's this dude. He looks like he looks 12.
14. Yeah, he looks really small.
And he's tiny.
And he's making a fortune because he's letting these women just pick him up.
Yeah, and Phoenix Marie, who was one of my favorites, like years and years ago, just fucking picks him up.
Yeah.
And
it's like
she
a style of porn
she what is it? What are they? Do they named it?
No, you should name it.
So one of my favorite things on earth is standing 69. It makes me feel good as a man, and it's just great, and it's just there's a lot of access, right?
Yeah.
And it's great. And so Phoenix Marie standing 69's the dude. She picks him up and flips him over.
He's small.
And fucking starts
Yeah.
railing her own throat. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, no, I know. I was talking about this too, and I
I
can't
don't
remember the
think-
guy's name for the life of me.
I don't think the dude can get the access.
Why, you think he's too short?
Because the person standing up needs to be a pretty you need to be a strong base. You gotta make sure you don't drop this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So just you can't as a woman you can't you just can't you can't give him all the access that he needs.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he can't
You're
he can't
you
be
can't
up
open-
he can't
yeah,
be up and
you're-
under. You
you're
can't
kinda-
all the things. Yeah.
That's interesting.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
well-
watch that when I get home.
Yeah, all right. So we did it. We had a good time. Vanessa Sky, check her out online, and look out for her stuff. If you guys crave like I do, the new kid on the block, like I've never seen her before.
I'm a freshman. I'm a newbie.
Then look out for her stuff.
Check me out.
And follow her on the Twitter. She'll figure out when her stuff is coming up. And goddamn it, she needs followers more than I do. If I'm being honest. And I need her to
I'm
get
about
guys.
to buy followers.
I need her to get famous so that
I can shout him out.
So she can help
I'll
promote
remember the
this
little
episode.
people.
Okay, what's the point of me interviewing if she can't promote this episode?
I really appreciate you having me.
This is how little followers I have. I got in a dispute once, and I was like tweeting at a business thinking it was gonna make an impact, and the business ignored me, and my mom called me. It was like, "What's going on? Is there something? Has something happened?"
I tweeted at the IRS the other day.
Yeah, what happened?
I tweeted, "Can I write off the $400 I spent at the strip club as a business meeting for charity?" And I put @IRS tax pros.
Nothing.
And I wanted them to answer.
No
me.
response.
They were like, "Who the fuck is
Dude,
this?"
get 1 million followers and shit
like, "Fuck
happens.
off."
If I tweeted at the company that I was at and I had 1 million, if I was Jay-Z, they would have sent me a vehicle and a prostitute. They would,
with a prostitute in it, driving it.
She
would
she
pull
drives it and pulls over, pees on the.
They pick you up in the bank in the bus.
She pees on the street and gets back in, and we do our thing.
Yeah.
And then I kick her out. Oh, that's a perfect porn.
I like that. Not a bad idea.
It's a perfect porn. All right, we're going to end this episode. We're going outside and pissing on the street. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Porn Stars Are People podcast. You found us here. If this is your first time listening, we're on iTunes. We are on Google Play. We're on Stitcher. We're on TuneIn. You can tell Alexa to listen to us. Please follow us. We're going to try to give you as much good content as we can as we move forward and progress and evolve. Thank you for listening. I'm Dan Frigolette. Check out my live comedy. I'm super funny. Okay, bye.